welcome to Tarmac. I'm Dave, and today we're looking at the EQC, Mercedes-Benz Emotional Intelligent Vehicle. It's a fully electric vehicle, and it's modern and it's raring to go. Let's take a look around. So it's based on the GLC platform, but that's really where the majority of the similarities end. Up front, much rounder front to it, much rounder face, and a light bar that goes all the way across, and you're probably going to see more of this as each model evolves. Standard three-pointed star up front, and also safety gear behind here and up there. Multi-beam headlights, so it's going to make sure that you don't blind anybody coming the other way. And also, let's talk aerodynamics. Huge side air curtains which direct the air straight down the side here to, these are the 21s, but there's standard 20-inch wheels. They're specifically made for the EQC with this nice little halo down here, which helps with the airflow to take it all down the side of the car. Overall, it's got a drag coefficient of 0.28, 0.29, whichever it is, it's incredibly good for this size of a vehicle. Let's take a look around the rear. Roofline spoiler, LED taillights, and look at this, a very, very strong LED light bar across the whole of the tail. Once again, I think you're going to see more of this as Mercedes evolves. Inside the boot, huge amount of space, and also even more under here. Now, having a good-looking BEV is one thing, but this is a Mercedes, so it's got to drive well. Let's go and see how it does. The first thing you'll notice is how familiar this car is. The layout is very modern Mercedes. It's coming with the... It comes with the 10.2-inch or the dual 10.2-inch touchscreens up the top that are just really, really personalizable. The seats are modern and comfortable and leather, and you know, just everything about it is just very, very familiar when you come into the Mercedes territory. The obvious difference with this EQC is that it's full battery power. It comes with two motors, one on the front axle, one on the back. Combined, they give you 300 kilowatts of power and 760 Newton meters of torque. That's fast, and that is an awful lot of power underfoot. The front motor basically gives you day-to-day driving. It will help you, or basically just handle your normal driving, while the rear bias will give you more of a dynamic drive, because it gives you a little bit more fun in the corners. Battery range wise, you're talking over 400 kilometers, so range anxiety is out of the way. And also, when it comes to dynamic driving, this one comes with 5.1 0 to 100, so speed wise, really, really good. Handling, it's quite precise. There's a lovely feel to the weight of the wheel. It's on the rear, the suspension is airbags. On the front, it's springs, and it's a really, really nice ride, regardless of the terrible potholes that we happen to be driving on in Australia. Pickup is good, handling is good. It's a really dynamic car. Space-wise, comfort up front, 3 seats in the back, and loads of luggage space in the rear. So it is a good SUV, spacious and dynamic to drive. So the rest of the trim, of particular note are the air vents. There's like a retro copper, almost a reference to the fact of it's electric. So something that Edison would be really keen to see. The regenerative braking is done via the paddles on your steering wheel, where you'd normally have your gear changing. So you start off and drive whenever you're going, which will give you just a normal driving feel. If you go up to D+, the car coasts actually oddly. It's like the momentum just continues to go. It's strange, but it feels like you could go on forever. It's like I don't know, just an ongoing roll. Back from drive is D-. That gives you a little bit more force to the braking when you let go. Then you have D-, which is almost like engine your brake checks. It's really good. So essentially you can drive this car in everything from coast mode to normal drive mode to reasonable regenerative braking to hard regenerative braking, all at the touch of a few pedals. It's pretty funky. Something else that's really cool with this vehicle is the map section. There's actually what's called a range cloud, and you can go into a particular setting and it will show you, it'll give you basically a broad outline as to how much room you've got left to drive. So what the edge of your range has. So you can see if you're going to, I don't know, whichever city to whatever it is city, you can still see that the way you're driving, you can stay within your range cloud. It's probably better to be seen than explained, but it's just a really cool thing. It's like this big, I don't know, rain cloud or range cloud over your map as to where you are sitting in the center. It's very, very cool. So there you have it, the Mercedes-Benz EQC. It's a modern SUV, but not stupidly futuristic. It's very, very comfortable, very familiar to drive, but with all the bells and whistles, and also plenty of, I don't know, battery range. So very strong car, well worth having a look at. Make sure you subscribe, and see you next time.